Good morning.
Morning, Lisa.
Who am I sitting with here today?
You're sitting with the diva, Velma Peters. I'm 67 years old and I am a child of District 6.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You want to tell us more about it?
District 6 will always be in my heart. I still feel, especially here in the cafe, I feel I'm back in District 6. You know, there's a big difference in the cafe and our corner shop of those days. But this cafe just brings back memories, and I've always wanted to be part of this project when it was mentioned by Anne and Jane at the time. And I always thought, oh, my dreams are coming true. I could never afford my own place, and this is the closest I've come to owning something that I love and that I'm passionate about.
And told me it was your dream to own.
It was always my dream to have owned a corner cafe. Not something as nice as this, because our corner cafes in those years, it was called bubby shops. And it was run mostly by the Indian community. And they sold everything. Do you know they used to sell peanut butter? They used to get these big tubs of peanut butter and sell it at like, you could buy 10 cents worth of peanut, and they would scoop it out and blop, it goes on a piece of lunch wrap, and there off you go. Peanut butter, jam, the mango acha, it was all made, you know, and it comes in these big drums. Even your milk, you will get the freshness of milk in, what do you call it, in the gallon can. It was the most, you know, the peanut butter was the best taste. I can actually taste it now. The bread tasted different. The jam, you know, that is all the memories that, you know, I just brought back here.
Wow. And what is your role in our? A lot of different things.
There's so many different things because I'm passionate about what I'm doing. It started off as a hobby, and then I became a voluntary worker early in the 2000s with McNulty, and then I was part of, when we started the community meals, I was part of that in the center. We used to cook in that little corner.
No way.
Really. We had
No kitchen.
no kitchen. We just had this gas stove, and when the steam hits the ceiling, then the alarm would go off, the smoke alarm would go off. But it was fun times, and we used to bake bread. Everything happened in that center. And that is where my cooking skills came in. Like I said, it started off as a hobby.
Cooking is amazing.
It started off as a hobby. It started long before that because I was in that industry. I worked for an Italian family for many years. I was in the hotel industry also for... No, I was just, it was in the banqueting department. So it was more waitressing and the buffet, and I was always interested, so I would always go into the kitchen and steal with an eye or offer my help. And that is, I was self-taught, put it that way. You should cook with your heart. Anything that you do, you should do it with a passion. That's my take on it.
What if you have any dreams coming in the future?
This was part of my dream. There's so many more dreams. I've got beautiful grandchildren, and I've got great-grandchildren also. You know, when you reach a certain age, you don't long for anything. You just want to be with your family, and you want your health, you know, my independence. And yeah, right now I'm just a happy person.
Yeah.
And that covers everything. Happiness is family, my job, my people I work with. Yeah, there's nothing more that I can ask.
Very strong mindset.
Yeah, I'm just a happy person. That's all. It's been a long time that I've been unhappy, and I've come to that point where I've put a stop to all that. Only you can make yourself happy, and that is what I chose to do.
Do you have any advice for people who are in an unhappy stage of their life?
In an unhappy stage of their life, you know, no one can make you happy. You've got to make it. Only you can make it. You know what makes you unhappy. No one else knows that. So it's up to you. Just embrace life and just love life because we don't know how long we're going to be here. And if you think you are going through a bad time, just think of somebody else that's in a worse situation than you.
You're heading a kitchen, you just know a coffee manager, and you're still doing so much else. How do you keep up with all of this?
It's because I love it. That's all I'm saying. I've got so much love. There's nothing else I can say about it. It's because I love what I'm doing, and that makes me happy. And people enjoy my cooking. I don't know people. I'm passionate about McNulty's people because they are the ones that needs all the love and attention, and that is what I share with them. Like with my cooking, I share my love with them also. So on the whole, I'm saying to everybody out there, just make yourself happy because nobody else knows what makes you unhappy.
And how is it working, touching our community?
Working, I enjoy every day. I come to work with a positive mind. I make a lot of noise. I make sure that I'm being heard. Everybody hears me in that kitchen and wherever I go, any part of the Noah community, wherever I go, I'm just happy. I just make a noise. And I love working on people's nerves with my noise. I think I share my happiness. This is because we've got so many unhappy people, so I try and make people happy share my happiness with them.
But it can be challenging too.
It can be challenging. Always. Everything in life is a challenge. No matter in your workplace, at home, community, even at church, all over there's always a challenge. Life is a challenge. What you make of it. And I am so, right now, I'm just a happy person. I don't even think of the challenges. I just take it on. I take it on. I forget about the aches and pains. I've been saying, I've been to hospital. Yes, doctor, no, doctor. Our doctor here now said she's not going to listen to any complaints, because I don't want to listen. It's not that I don't want to listen. What am I going to do? This is my life. Working is my life. Being happy is what I'm all about.
May I ask, how did you come to that point? How was your journey when you were a teenager and young adult? How was it?
My journey started when the unhappiness started when my family and so many hundreds of thousands of families were evicted out of District 6 because we were such a close-knit, loving family that made us unhappy because we were all then scattered. We couldn't find a place. My family, my parents didn't want to move out of, say, District 6 or Capetown. And because we couldn't afford a bigger place where everybody could all live together, we were scattered. One sister was there, my mother and the father, and my baby sister had to move in and live with my granny, and in the lounge or dining room area where they use their wardrobes as a wall for a little privacy. We had to bath in a little tub because we had no bathroom. That was all the things that made us unhappy. We couldn't be together. The only time we were together is when we met up at church, St. Mark's District 6. So that is the time when us, the family, used to meet up together. And growing up, it wasn't bad, but then my mother and my father also, because of that, there was that separation of them, so we had to see the unhappiness of my mother and my father. My great-grandmother died soon after that, and I got married because of all these things. I thought getting married at a young age would make me happy, and it didn't. It was even worse then. And my advice to young children today, teenagers today, or young adults today, marriage or relationships doesn't make you happy. Like I said, you know what makes you unhappy, so you go find your happiness. So I don't like talking about that period of my life because there was a lot of unhappiness. So yeah, right now I'm in a good space and this is where I want to be and stay. Thank you to Noah for having me. But I've come to that stage where I want to be unhappy. I just paint a different picture of everything that's negative.
So you would say you're still growing at your age?
Yeah, I'm still growing. There's still so much more I want to do. It's as if I don't have enough time. I want to put everything into it now while I've got that energy and that move. And
You have lots of energy.
I've got a lot of, and thank God for that.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I party harder.
You do?
Yeah, I can party. I have a good party. Which all.
How often do you party?
If we can party every weekend.
We still have
Look at this. Weekends, I love time on my own. Most of the time I love it. If I don't spend time with the grandchildren and my sisters, I spend a lot of time on my own reading. Now in summer I will go swimming on a Saturday morning and Sunday morning. I jump on a train, now that this blue train, I jump on that train, I go as far as Fisher or Simonstown.
It's open line.
Yeah, I go for walks. I love taking my dog for a walk.
You have a dog?
Yes, that's my baby, he's 10 years old.
Cute.
I should show you pictures of my
10
baby.
years?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You had him from the beginning?
Yeah, he was 5 weeks old when I got him.
Wow.
So yeah, the walks with Zach weekends. Even after work, I rush home. First thing I do is put down my bag, put on some comfortable shoes and take Zach to the park.
Straight from work?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to sit down for a second?
I cannot, he won't allow me to.
You should bring him here.
And even early morning, Delia also said I should bring him here to meet all the people at Nalte because I always talk about him and I show them pictures of him. So right now he's already wearing his little Christmas bow tie and yeah, I think he's just as mad as his mom.
You have to send me a picture so I can show it in the video.
Yes, I should. I've got it on my telephone. I've got quite a few pictures of him.
Actually, I'm interested because you mentioned you worked in the service industry before. What exactly did you do? Before you came to Noah?
Yeah, I was at Old Mutual in later years. Before I came to Noah, I was at Mutual for 5 years with the executive caterers there. I was at the office seat for 13 years. And then I worked for Italian family for about 9 years before they left the country in 94, before the elections. They left the country because they were unsure.
How was it going through the elections at that time?
It was exciting times.
Yeah.
It was exciting times. And we always looking an excuse for a party. So yeah, we couldn't wait. My first vote was at Zonnebloem up in Womerset, Zonnebloem College, and it was amazing to see all the people and the calmness. That day was the most beautiful day. The weather was beautiful. The people, it was really history in the making.
Must have been a vibe.
It was a good vibe. People, white, black, everybody, Indians. We were all just chatting and laughing, and no one was talking politics. It was just that together. Yes, it was a fun day. It was a political, for us it was just like a big get-together, a big pride day.
Like Heritage Day.
It was lovely. That was in our community. Even in other communities, it was peaceful. It was the most beautiful day, I must say. I'm not very political, but we've got our freedom, but we didn't get it with all the other perks. Yeah, I'll just put it that way. Yeah.
Are you?
That's what I'm saying. I've been, my mother, the land claims, my mother claimed the 60th, was the 16th of August, 1996. My mommy died, my granny died, and I'm the next generation, and I'm still waiting on the land claims. That is why I also got to continue working at my age, even though I love it. But I've got to work because I'm renting, and we've got these landlords all over that I feel is exploiting us. I've spent so much money fixing up, the property, and still am doing. So it would be a great help if we could, myself and my sisters and brothers, could have a piece of my mother's legacy.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to tell the younger generation, but even the older people?
Younger generation, older people, love what you're doing, appreciate, be more appreciative of everything, be respectful to one another, love one another. I can't stress it enough, being, kind and loving and honest in what you're doing. Even my children, I say to them, humble yourself, be humble. No matter where you come from, where you're going, just be humble and be grateful. There's so much sadness out there and horrible things. If everybody could just respect and love one another.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa. You've kept me here long enough. My pots are waiting.
But should we do a small walk around and you show them what the cafe looks like?
Okay.
Yeah?
We can do that.
Yeah,
Baby, you see what you did? I'm going to leave it open here.
Okay.
Because now you must try this. Freshly baked scones. And we've got some corn bites or chili bites. And I was shocked the other day when Victor said it's called dal cheese. That is the proper way.
Layla did the same.
It's dal cheese, yeah.
Okay, and some muffins
And some muffins
Cook
and good
Sisters.
sisters. But you see, this goes very well. The good sisters is all sold already.
Yeah.
But that is good. Once it's sold, then I don't make another batch.
No?
No.
Okay.
Now it's still early. It's 9 o'clock. I could make some more. Ne? But if it comes to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, I don't fill this up again.
Okay.
So